we are, sad that you guys lost, our family. It was a tough watch, but I want to get your reactions to the game. Like, what was your mentality going into it? What was it feel like on the sideline? Because one thing you can't see on TV or you don't feel is a sideline presence during the game. Like, me, having been played in NFL games, I know how the sideline goes. Like, you're like, sometimes, I can't say how it was for your game, but like, you're just like, fuck, bro. Like, what the fuck is going on? But I just want to hear your reaction. I'm sure the fans want to hear it. I'm sure that's why they're here. They want to hear your reaction on what happened and what's your takeaway from the game.
It was a tough game. I mean, first off, I think they came out solid. They had a long drive, ended up scoring on their first drive, which is I think the goal for every offense. We deferred the kicks, so they got the ball first, scored, which was good for them. Our defense played them pretty tough. I think it was a long drive for them to get down there. So they ended up scoring. We get the ball. I think we go 3-and-out, which is the worst thing you can probably do as an offense to go out there first and get 3-and-out. So we started the game off. We didn't, start the game off like we wanted to. Go back. Our defense goes back out there. We get the ball back. We get a long drive. We go all the way down. Have some third downs that we got. Long drive. We get down to the red zone. We stall out. End up going for three. I think that was a big thing for us all game was we would have these long drives and then we'd get to the red zone and we'd stall out and either have to take a field goal, take three, or we had a turnover before half, which hurt us too. That's the biggest thing. I feel like you get in the red zone, you always want to come away with 7 points, and if you do that, I think your chances of winning the game go up drastically. So we couldn't finish, we couldn't get in the end zone, which was tough for us. But I think going into half, we felt we didn't feel too bad. Obviously, you want to be up going into half, but we had that turnover. We were kind of hurt, but we were going to get the ball back coming out of half, which we did. They had a few big plays on their offense, and then we got stuck, got pinned on the 1 yard line, couldn't get out, had to punt it, gave them good field position. And then once they got that good field position, man, they just ran it, was eating the clock, and then we were playing from behind basically all game. So it was tough. I mean, it's only week one. I feel like, week one's always one of the toughest games, just because you don't really know what to expect, what they're going to play on defense. It's your first time really going out there as a unit, as a team, going against another team live. I mean, you can practice all you want, but it's different when you're out there. So week one, I think a lot of the fans are overreacting, which I get. We've kind of spoiled them with winning, 15? We won 15 regular season games last year, only lost two. So they're used to winning. I know the old Detroit Lions fans are used to losing. So now they're used to winning, which is nice. We got to uphold that standard of winning. So um,
You know why I think they're reacting that way?
why is that?
Because I was thinking about this. I was watching the game. I was like, dude, first of all, on offense, I think you guys only lost like Ragnow, pretty much the biggest loss. I'm like, you guys pretty much have the same team, if not a better team. You're fully healthy on defense, offense, everyone's returning. And it's like, as a fan, I'm like, bro, looking at it, like, obviously it's week one, I'm not saying this is the reason, but I'm like, the only major difference to your team are the coordinators. Like, so it's like, that's why they're panicking. I'm not panicking, but I'm saying that's why fans are panicking because they're looking at, like, look at our roster, look at our players, and then that's what happens. We know
Yeah,
it's week one. They're a good
I
team.
mean, yeah, I can see that where you're coming from, but I feel like, I mean, coordinators too, they have to, we all got to adjust and get on the same page. Like it's only week one. So I mean, when Ben first started, it wasn't all glitz and glamour to start with. He built, built what we ended up doing last year. So I feel like the new coordinators that we have are just fine. Guys that are saying fire so and so. It's like, bro, it's week one. Like we took a loss. Are you go over here telling the Chiefs to fire whoever
Exactly.
their offensive coordinators are, or their defensive coordinators? Like they obviously wanted to win the game. Everyone wants to win week one, but you at Lambeau, they're a good team also. They prepared to. They get paid also. Environment was crazy. They were loud. Kudos to them, to those fans. But like I said, week one at Lambeau, tough place to play. We got to move on. We watched the tape. Another thing, I mean, we had I feel like as an offense, I can't speak for the defense. I didn't watch their tape, but as an offense, we feel like we could be so much better just, you know, even just the plays that he called, we could be so much better on alignments, assignments, penalties, so many things that we can correct as an offense that has nothing to do with them. So It's a multitude of things. Everyone likes to take jabs at, oh, so and so didn't do good, so and so needs to be fired. I mean, it's the media, so we just got to go out there and next week, obviously, against the Bears, another division opponent, got to go out and hopefully win the game. That's the goal. We got to win. If you win the game, a lot of this talk that's going on right now, we're not having it. So, but I think it's good for us. I know obviously you don't want to lose, but I think it's a loss this early is going to be good for our team. Last year we lost week 2 versus the Bucks, which was good for us. The year before that we lost, I believe, week 2 again. So we mostly started 1-1 since I've been here. But getting a loss early, I think, wakes the team up, and lets everyone know, like, you got to be on your shit in this league because you can lose any given week, and that's I feel like it shows every week. Like, you look at the game, it's like, damn, I can't believe so and so beat so and so. Like Ravens, I mean, you talk about the Ravens Bills game. That game was crazy. So you never know.
Yeah, but a little more positive note. There's a lot of negative going on. Isaac TeSlaa, first catch, first target, first touchdown. I saw it live. I was like, bro, I thought he was out of bounds. I was like, fuck, bro. I'm like, you guys needed that too. I'm like, holy shit, 4th and 3. And then they showed the replay. I'm like, no way. That shit was barely in. And I'm like, he's just from college. Like, sometimes some receivers have a hard time adjusting with 2 feet in. But I'm like, he got that bitch in. That was crazy ass catch, bro. I'm like, fuck.
Chris, the craziest first catch of your career I've ever seen in my life. Like,
Yes, 4th and 3,
what
bro.
the fuck? Like,
Fucking
one-handed
snag. Barely drag that bitch. Like, fuck.
He was saying there's memes in the comments. He was saying Chris Paul cuts the lead down to 42. It's like some meme where you do something crazy, but you're still losing by a lot, so no one really cares. Like,
Yeah.
he had if that was like in a regular,
if that was
first quarter, second quarter, it'd have been like, bro, what the fuck? And it's still crazy. I told Isaac, like, that's the craziest catch I've ever seen with my 2 eyes. I think in person, like, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, it does suck. You're a rookie, first catch, first touchdown, but you're getting, like, it doesn't really matter to this game. Like, you're not gonna win it. It's like you want to celebrate so bad. I feel like, but like, fuck, you're like, we're losing. Like,
yeah, but I was watching
seen the
it
video.
too. I was like, bro, I think he's in. Like, I was right there. I was like, he looked in, so they called it incomplete. I'm like, bro, they have to review this. Like, if they don't review this, like, Dan should throw the challenge flag. But they ended up reviewing it. I was like, perfect, because I feel like all scoring. It wasn't a scoring play, but I don't know why they reviewed it. I don't know the rules, but they reviewed it. I was like, I'm looking at it. I think he's in, bro. I'm looking at it. I was like, yes, he's in. I knew he was in, bro. I'm looking at the ref. Like, that's the catch. I seen his 2 feet barely drag. It was almost like my catch that I had like in the first quarter. I'm looking at it. I felt in. I'm looking at the replay. It's like, your feet barely drag on the ground. I'm like, bro, that catch was nuts.
And I seen the video. You helped him find the game ball. I mean, not game ball, but a touchdown ball.
Yeah, we went to the sideline, and then Isaac was like, wait, what about my ball? I was like, oh, shit, yeah. Hey, make sure you guys have his ball. And the guys like, yeah, we got it right here. I was like, perfect. Like, they were already on top of it, so.
Brian Branch had that pick 6, dude.
Oh, my
and
God, we were so hyped, bro.
And I seen flags on the ground. It's almost always against the defense, bro. I'm like, no way. And then I think I threw another one, right? Like, on the return?
No, it was 2 flags on that play.
Yeah, look, and I threw another one.
Yeah, they said Aiden.
Boom,
what was it? Unnecessary roughness, blocking Jordan Love.
Yeah, so I saw the first flag before, like, right when he caught us. I'm like, okay. I'm like, the chance could be on the offense. And I see another flag. I'm like, regardless, that shit's coming back. On the return, it's always against the returning team. I'm like, that shit's coming back, bro. I'm like, fuck. That would have changed the whole game. That would have changed the...
There were some questionable calls in that game. I won't talk about it too much, but there was definitely some questionable calls. But you can't make that, that's not an excuse as to why we lost. But that pick, bro, we're on the sideline. I'm like, oh shit! I'm looking at the jumbotron, like, go. I'm like, no way he's cutting back. I'm like, just get down, like, bro, you got the pick. He's cutting back and shit. I'm like, oh shit, he scored. And I'm like, damn, there's a flag. I'm like, what's the flag? I'm like, okay, maybe like a unnecessary roughness. Like, the pick will still count, but the touchdown comes back. Then they said illegal contact, I think it was, on one of our DBs. I'm like, no, damn. Like, that play, I think if that play would have stood, bro, I think that play would have gave us a lot of momentum. And, I feel like that would have helped us, give us a boost going into that 3rd or 4th quarter, whatever it was. That play was crazy. And then Alex almost had another pick. I'm like, oh, he dropped it. I was like, fuck.
And people don't know how much a turnover changes the game. Like, obviously you were playing, so you didn't watch these games. But like the Jets Steelers game was a crazy game, like a shootout. But the Jets returner on a kickoff fumbled it like in their territory, like on the 20-yard line, which changed the whole game. Like the Jets probably would have won that game. That didn't happen. And then same with the Ravens. They were up crazy. Henry fumbled the ball. Like
Yeah, I
they
didn't
were
see
up.
that. Yeah.
He fumbled the ball and like they got the ball back. And that like the fans were we'll get into that later. But turnovers change the game, bro. And it's like if that would have stood, I'm like I feel like you guys would have won that game. Like that's just like a big ass swing. But fuck, bro. Like it's just the Packers are always gonna be good, man. That's why once you retire, that's my squad. So like it's just they're always gonna be good, like no matter what. And I seen a video. It's funny. He's like, how are the Packers always manage to get it like 3 times in a row, get like a good quarterback? They have it like figured out. Drafted a first round quarterback, have him sit, start him after year 3, year 4, and ball out. It's like, fuck.
How long did Rodgers sit?
I think he sat like 3 years.
Damn.
Behind Favre.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely not the way we wanted to start the year, but hey, man, we move on. Week 1 is done with. We got the Bears next week. You'll be in town. Family's coming in, so it'll be a fun one.
It's gonna probably be one of the most watched games that weekend, just because it's 0-1 kind of rivalry match, divisional game. It's gonna be interesting to watch. Like just who's gonna run the system better. And that's what I want to know. Who's gonna run it better? I know you say you guys don't really run the system. Maybe you guys should, but I just want to see who's gonna run it better.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game. I know Ben Johnson's gonna have. He hates losing. I've been around him enough to know that that's one thing he hates is losing. I feel like he's a competitive mother effer. So he's gonna have those guys ready.
Clip it.
He knows, if there's anyone in that building that knows us, it's him. He knows the players. He's been around us for a while. So I think, and we know a lot of Ben. We don't know the players, obviously, like he knows ours, but we know some of Ben, some other coaches there. But I think at the end of the day, man, it's gonna come down to, who takes care of the ball the best. So, who has the least amount of turnovers. And then I think third down is going to be huge. I think, our defense is pretty good. Their defense is pretty good. We run similar type offense, you could say. We're going to get into tough third downs, whether it's third and short, third and long, cut that down to fourth down. Who's going to go for on fourth down? So it's going to be a good ass game. I can't wait. I really can't wait. Family's coming in, got friends coming in, got like, I don't know how many tickets I need this game. I think it was like over 25. So gonna have a lot of people here. Try not to get distracted by them before, because my brother's gonna be chirping. You're gonna have my friends chirping. They want to go to dinner, do this. I'm gonna have to try to stay locked in. But God willing, if we do win, it would be great to hang out with everyone after the game and whether it's get dinner or do something. So I can't wait for it. It's gonna be fun.
I have a question. You said Ben hates to lose. If the Bears lose, you think he's just gonna shake Dan's hand and then walk straight to the locker room? He's gonna say hi to some of the players.
No, I think he will. I think he's gonna say hi to the players before the game, mostly.
But what about after?
And then after the game, if he does lose, I feel like Ben, Ben's respectful. Like he's awesome. So I know he's gonna say bye to, shake.
Yeah, but I'm
Dan.
saying like, is he gonna walk like shake hand straight to the locker room, or he's gonna like?
I mean, he's gonna shake hands and then he's gonna start. I feel like heading towards the locker room. If people say hi to him on his way to the locker room, he'll say hi. But he's not gonna go out of his way to start saying hi to people.
Yeah, that's
gonna be hot. But I can't wait to talk to Ben before the game. Talk to Coach L, my old receiver coach, some other players. I think, Hard Time's there. I don't know if he's traveling. He's on Peace Squad, but they got some guys over there. So Jonah Jackson. It's gonna be fun.